Hi, Patty. My name is Kelly. I'm a nurse and I work for Panhandle Public Health District. And one of our services is providing health screenings. And part of the health screening is poking your finger, taking a little sample of blood. Only hurts for a second. And then this little machine here will reveal several components of your cholesterol. So, do you care which finger I poke?
No.
Okay. This is the little plate that the blood goes onto. Okay, here's the poke. You're a good bleeder from the finger.
Yeah, like I said, once they find my vein, I usually fill their little jug pretty fast, but
Just hard time finding it,
yeah.
huh? All right, go ahead and put a little pressure there. I'm just going to push the blood right here. And then we'll take your blood pressure while we're waiting for the test results. Now this test is just a screening, it's not diagnostic.
Okay.
So it'll just give us an idea on what your numbers are,
Okay.
and then we can recommend that you see your doctor or do certain other things to bring the numbers down.
Okay.
But the official recommendations, of course, have to come from
Sure.
the doctors. So. Okay. Do you know if you have a family history of hypertension or high cholesterol?
Yeah, my mom had both,
Both. Okay.
and
Okay.
I've taken blood pressure medicine for a number of years now. So
Okay, so you're currently on blood pressure meds.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I didn't take anything this morning because I didn't know if I was supposed to. I didn't take my medicine this morning. 'Cause
Okay.
I didn't know for this if I was supposed to or not.
Okay.
So.
That's fine. When you leave, you can go ahead and take your medicine. But still do, before these kinds of tests, you can still take your medicine
Okay.
with just water.
Okay.
So unfortunately, the risk factors like inheriting blood pressure and inheriting high cholesterol, we can't do anything about that. But what we can do is change our diet and our lifestyles
Mhm.
to reduce the numbers. Kathy, your blood pressure is 124 over 78. Anything over 120 is considered pre-hypertensive. But yours is 124 over 78, so that's still a good blood pressure. The reason that we want the blood pressure to be 120 over 80 is because that's the pressure in your arteries,
Mhm.
and we want that to be not too high so that the heart doesn't have to work too hard to
Sure.
get blood out to your body.
Okay.
And if it's too high, then the heart has to work harder, and then you can have multiple different organ systems that have to work harder as well.
Sure.
So it can cause damage to those. Things that cause high blood pressure are stress, and we don't have any of that, right?
None.
And like I said earlier, you can inherit it. And high sodium levels have been linked to high blood pressure as well. And if healthy diet and exercise can also help reduce it. So,
Okay.
okay, I'll get that blood pressure written down. Looks like we're just have a couple minutes left here for the cholesterol results. The different.
And this is what machine does. Now, how does it?
Well, this machine will give us results for all of these things that we'll discuss after they come out. It's just a screening, though. It's not diagnostic. We can't make a diagnosis from the results that we get. But we can recommend that you see your doctor if there's a level that's high or low. And it's a good idea to take this to your primary care physician and show him or her the results, just to let them know that you had this done, and they might make further recommendations from there. And it's important that you haven't had anything to eat, and you only said that you drank a little bit of water.
I have.
Oh, you haven't even had the water. Okay, all right.
I haven't had anything to drink since supper time last
Okay,
night. So,
because
and I wasn't sure about the water because
yeah,
I didn't know if you needed to be hydrated or not.
yeah.
So,
Well, I got plenty of blood just fine, so you were hydrated enough. And the reason you're not supposed to, water is fine because it doesn't contain any sugar or calories or anything like that. So, but the reason that we don't want you to eat is because it can affect the results, especially the triglycerides and the glucose, which this screens for.
now the
So-
triglycerides, can you kind of explain those to me a
Sure.
little bit?
Triglycerides, you will also hear about them referred to as the blood fats. So they are a source of fat in our body. Here's your results. And they are a reflection of your most recent diet. And foods that make your triglycerides raise are refined sugars like cookies and candy and pop and pastas, those kinds of things. So limiting those things can help lower your triglycerides. Just like all the other components of cholesterol, triglycerides, excuse me, high triglycerides can be inherited as well. So,
I had a brownie last night, so that affected
Oh.
my result.
it shouldn't too much. I mean, if you have 3 or 4 brownies, or even just one brownie every night, then yeah, then your triglycerides might be a little higher. So, okay. So I'm just gonna write these all down before I lose the information.